Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. It's Pina here, Teacher Pina. Sorry, I got carried away there. I wanted to update everyone on my progress in getting hired at VIP Kid. Yes, as you see, I have been with VIP Kid now for about 3 weeks. I was hired 3 weeks ago today, I believe it was. And I have been teaching. My first week, I had 2 bookings. Teaching times are called bookings at VIP Kid. And my second week, I had 7 classes. I have met a total of, no, that can't be right. My first week, I had 3. That's how it is. And my second week I had 7. I've had a total of 10 students so far. And right now, as at this point, I have received 4 reviews from parents. And apparently they really like me. They think I'm excellent. At VIP Kids, teachers are rated by the parents and the students. They can give you apples. So I got a full 5 apple rating by 4 of the parents. I could not believe it. Yesterday, I attended a workshop on how to stand out with parents and how to get them to like me and hopefully rebook me to teach their children in the future or recurring on a regular basis. I would love that. So at this point, I've received 2 recurring students. I have the same 2 students I taught this weekend. I will be teaching them next week. And one of them is, wow, like so easy to teach. He's really well spoken. He's easy to teach. He's attentive. The other student is all over the place, like all over the place. And she loves to sing, and she cannot focus when she's not singing. So I've already decided that my next class with her, I think I'm going to ring a bell and make lots of musical noises, and I'm going to sing with her almost the entire lesson. I'm going to let you know how that works out. So I wanted to show you today some of the really cool props that my husband Chris has created for me to help with my teaching. At VIP Kid, it's a little bit different than where I have taught before. They expect us to use a lot of body language and energy and hand gestures and props, using props to teach with. Whereas at the other school I work for, it's mostly just however I teach, like my own methods. They don't really expect anything from me, except for, of course, being professional and respectful towards the student and their parents, and teaching the English textbooks that they have chosen or the ones that I may choose for the student. So it's pretty easy, and it's whatever I decide, my methods. But at VIP Kid, it's pretty specific. There are a lot of expectations, and my learning curve is huge right now. I have so much to learn. Oh, it's amazing. But I'm attending a lot of workshops, and it's been really great. I've been trying to get certified to teach different levels, and it's just a lot. So I have not really been able to do much else lately because I've been very busy. So let's get to the props. First of all, I was showing you my chopsticks. Chinese students, of course, will recognize chopsticks, but one of the teachers who was overseeing or presenting at a workshop that I've attended, she uses chopsticks to count syllables with students. rather than clapping hands, she uses chopsticks. And for me, this is a lot easier than clapping hands. I can ask the students to clap hands, but for me, this is easier. So let's do one. My name, Pina, has 2 syllables. Easy, much easier. For a person that has a neuromuscular disorder, like me, I have spinal muscular atrophy, which is why I don't move around a lot. And it's also why I tend to have trouble moving halfway through the day. My muscles are just not cooperating with me. So I have to use different techniques for my teaching, and it's pretty exciting. I'm in process of learning different tricks that I can use to make me likable with the students, like changing my voice and pretending to be like a puppet that I may show, or throughout all the textbooks that we teach at VIP Kid, there are characters such as Meg and Mike, and I can role play with the students. So if I want to be Meg, I just change my voice. Hello, I'm Meg, or something like that. I can use facial expressions. I use a lot of props. These are 2 of my props, Meg and Mike, as I said. There's also Relio, it's called, when we are teaching specific lessons. For example, recently I taught a lesson on plants and their uses. So things that we use plants for, or what we make with plants. And one of those things is medicine. So I show this medicine bottle to the students, and hopefully this will be a good example that will help them remember what we use plants for. Another amazing prop that my husband made for me, Chris, is this. These are googly eyes. So I use this for 2 specific purposes. Number 1, if I want to get the students' attention. We teach a lot of young students, and some of them are quite unfocused. So they might be jumping around, playing with their toys. They might be drawing instead of paying attention to me and the textbook that's on the screen. So I will just simply lift my googly eyes and hope to get their attention. Another purpose for these googly eyes is if I want them to look at the material on the textbook rather than using my voice, because there has to be, I should explain, at the levels that I teach. At the moment I teach level 4 and 5, and pretty soon I'll be teaching level 3 students. At these levels, VIP Kid expects that the student output, that is the amount of time that students speak, is 70%. And the amount of output that I speak, or the amount of time that I speak, should only be 30%. I'm rather talkative, so this is a little bit tricky. So rather than saying, look at the board or look at the screen, I can simply hold this up and turn it a little, and hopefully it will get their attention enough that they will look at the material and say something. We also use other things like their platform that they gave us in the classroom. The online classroom has a pen that I can use to mark up the page, and the student can also use it. Now, let's turn our attention to the board behind me, or the wall behind me. As part of my job working with VIP Kid, we are asked to have an attractive background for that we could be centered against, and that the students and their families will see. So my backdrop or my background has a big world map. It doesn't all have to be in view. I have chosen to have Asia in view, of course. Eventually I will have Canada in view also. But at the moment, I'm still playing around with my background. I have a great big orange bubble at the top corner here with my name, Teacher Pina. They say teacher instead of our name, which is very sweet and cute. I have a whiteboard with welcome written on it and a few butterflies. There is a Canada flag so that I can talk about where I'm from. I think it's important for Chinese students to know where you're from, and especially for the families, because they look for your accent. They look at your accent. They like North American accents, and I like to represent my country, so of course I want to show them my Canada flag. It's amazing how many of them do not recognize it. I have another smaller map at the bottom of the whiteboard. Pikachu is in the background. My panda bear, I have to move him, but he is also part of my background, my backdrop. Panda bears, of course, are really, really popular in China. So panda is often the topic of our conversation, and he's in many of our classes. As a teacher with VIP Kid, I can earn tokens, and with those tokens, and they're easy to earn actually, I can go on their online store and purchase many props and paraphernalia from VIP Kid, like t-shirts, sweatshirts, stuffies. So eventually I would love to buy, where did it go? A Dino stuffy. I forget where Dino is right now. But Dino is part of, he's like the mascot for VIP Kid. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. So anyways, that is just some of the props that I have and my background. Oh, and the lighting. Lighting is really important. And apparently it's like the bane of the VIP Kid teacher's existence. Lighting is very difficult to achieve. So they would like us to have a very brightly lit classroom with no shadows. And so I watched a workshop or a video, and one of the teachers was talking about using daylight light bulbs, or 65 Kelvin, which is the tone or the brightness of a light bulb. So my husband Chris, who works at Home Depot, he purchased for me many lights for my office. So my office has a huge lamp in front of my monitor, a well-lit bulb above me, like on the ceiling with a globe, and in my corner, you cannot see it, there is another 65 Kelvin light bulb that's beaming down on me. So this will eliminate any of the shadows. I have windows all around me as well, so unfortunately that could work against me, because if the sun is shining in, it may create shadows or glare. I wear glasses, and right now I have no glare, which is great, but I have to be careful of that. Thankfully, I only really teach first thing in the morning when it is still very dark, like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's very early, and there will be no issues with the light. The light bulbs that I have in my office will take care of my lighting issue. I hope it's good. Anyway, 3 weeks in at VIP Kid. This is Pina, Teacher Pina, and I hope that I can get back to you all sooner. sooner than I did last time. I know it's been 3 weeks. And I will update you on my progress with VIP Kids. And hopefully I've educated. Some want to be new teachers for VIP Kids. Feel free to comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please. That would be awesome. And I hope to see you again soon. See you all later. Bye.